Well, there is this thing we believe, right? We so much trust our own people, our persons, that we feel they cannot be wicked to another person or do evil things, right? So I so much trust my mom, my dad, my brothers and sisters, my own people, that I believe that they cannot do harm to another person. Well, that's the case of this Chinese man who believes that his people, you cannot categorize the whole of China as racist or a group of people as racist because few of them are racist. So he also believes the Natasha Doll wasn't a thing that started in China, it was more of Japan. I mean, so many people have come out to arrive at that conclusion that the Natasha Doll wasn't a Chinese thing, that it was all propaganda, it was not them in the first place, that they had no hand in it, that they knew nothing about it in their own country, only for them to come online to see this. But I have a question. How is it a propaganda? How is it not your people if the government got involved? Let's watch the video.
Is Chinese racist? Yes, but no. And the Natasha Doll is not a trend in China, so hear me out. As a Chinese living in China, I haven't heard of Natasha Doll until I scrolled on TikTok today. And I searched on Chinese TikTok, there's only a few posts talking about it, and most of them is talking about how disgusting this behavior is. And I searched on Taobao, it do pop up some merchants selling it, but it's definitely not the most popular toys, and it wasn't selling for the racist purpose. They do give you options to choose the color of the door, but it was first only served as a play doll to release your pressure, even though it's still disgusting to me.
Well, as we saw in the video, family, he said they do give option to choose the color of the door you like. And it wasn't for racism purpose, that it was only to serve as a play doll to release your pressure. But then he goes on to say that, who are we to judge? I mean, the whole of China isn't racist. He's not racist. Let's watch it, family.
But who am I to judge? I find sex doll also disgusting, but there's a huge market for that. But as a parent of 2 kids, I have never heard of it, and it's definitely not a trend in China. From what I can see, this video can definitely spark controversy, and those people who posted the video definitely know how to play the algorithm. And then these people on social media finally got some topic to talk about that Chinese people are being so racist, because they got beat by Chinese propaganda on social media so bad, and they now barely got something to talk about. To them, now is their time to shine.
I'm sorry, sir, but one thing is that one bad egg spoils the rest. We have so many Nigerians. I love using my country as an example because I'm a Nigerian that would go out of the country to act in certain ways. And that's why so many countries are banning us, from their countries. They don't care to hear from us because they've seen what a vast majority of us, or let's say 1% out of 100, can do in their countries. So they believe that that 1% represents the whole of Nigeria. And so however they act, they believe that is how Nigerians are. Right? So it's not our fault. It's how your people have treated black people in time past. We're talking about history, fact, what we've seen. It's not just about what we hear. We've seen what you guys can do in our country, and we've seen what you do to black people in your country. Then how dare you say that? Why do we? It's because of what we've seen. So we don't separate the good from the bad. It's because one bad egg actually spoils the rest. I know it's kind of hurtful when they talk about Nigerians and they say Nigerians and this and that, because there are some of us that are law-abiding citizens, but you know that a percentage of them are corrupt, a percentage of them are stubborn, a percentage of them do not keep to rules and standards and whatsoever, a percentage of them are these and that, so they would rather name or categorize Nigerians as because of what they've seen. Do you understand that, brother? Well, this man right here is talking about, I totally understand. But we cannot downplay the fact that your people are racist. This period of the Natasha Doll exposed a lot. We saw so many clips of what your people can do in China. Are you trying to say those weren't your people, those were props? Those weren't your people, that was AI?
But is it really fair to represent the whole China to say Chinese people are racist? But I'm Chinese, I'm not racist, so who are you to judge I'm racist or not? Do we have racist people in China? Well, for a country with 1.4 billion people, yeah, of course. But how do you define racist? Most of people in China barely see any foreigners in their life, and there's not even enough chance for them to experience the racism that people talk about in the Western world. People who are ignorant, yeah, we have a lot, but racist, it can't represent my whole race.
Come on. I understand he might be angry, family, but we can see what's going on. And then it's comparing to America. You know, so many people want to put it on America that America is racist. Americans, white Americans are racist to the blacks, And then they don't count your country as racist. When they want to, make light of the issue of racism, they pick up what America has done to black Americans and they kind of justify what they do in their own countries. That compared to America, we aren't racist, but you are. In the way you treat people, the way you treat black people. It's that simple. So he's trying to deny the fact that his people, don't classify China as racist, but like I said, one bad exposed the rest. And then when we have 1% of them doing this, we think that is how they all act. When we have people who are in China who haven't actually really never experienced racism, we have those that have.
If you're well taught under regular Chinese family and went to the Chinese school, you were taught to respect everyone, no matter what skin color you have. Yeah, you can find racists on Chinese social media for sure, but we have 1.4 billion people. And you might have no clue about how huge that number is. That 1% of 1.4 billion is 14 millions. And can we expect every person in China have a clear mind? I lived in America before. I experienced the real racism. And I know people in the US like to scream about racism every day.
So do we say China is actually racist but not racist? So do we say there is this stereotyping in China or not?
But when I first get there, it confused me a lot. That why you guys never solved it. But now I started to understand. The problem is you never wanted to solve it. Those people posted Natasha Doll on social media. Do they really care about racism? No, they like it. They want people to talk about it. The more people to talk about, the more hate it generates. And it will be a never-ending topic because it pushes people away, creates separation. To me, racist is never natural. It originated from ignorance and it harvested from hate. And most racist people I have met usually are the person that can easily be racist toward its own people.
Well, family, he said he got to America and he realized racism was a thing and they talked about it every day and he wondered why they never solved it. He said they never solved that problem of racism because they wanted to have something to talk about every day. Is he without knowledge of all that has been going on? How the black people have been fighting and still are for their rights, for all they want, for an equal America, an equal society. Let's not even dwell on that. But you see, family, it's not one right now. It's not two. So it's not a thing to say that my people aren't racist when your people actually are. Yes, not everyone can have clear mind. So yeah, I understand this. He just came out to vent his frustration and anger. But like I said, one bad egg spoils the rest and there is nothing you can do about it because that is the reality of what's going on. That is what we see. So how do you convince someone otherwise? Now, we don't just sit down to conclude that this is how China is or this is how the Chinese people treat because we've not been to that place. Let it not be as though it's a one-sided commentary. But we've seen what they've done. We've seen videos. We've seen what they can do in Africa. We see what they have done to some of our African brothers and sisters. We've seen what they've done to the black. So I'm sorry if you think that we generalize because we want to. But I'm not sorry because it's what we see. One group does something bad and we generalize it. Because sadly, that's how the society has been conditioned. That's how life is. That you weren't there, but because you're part of the group, you pay for the sins of the few persons that did it because you are part of the group. Well, what do you have to say about this story, family? Comment your thoughts and do not forget to share, like, subscribe, and turn on your notification button. My name is Lynient Akotonou.